Okay, today I'm going to make a slow cooker pork carnitas recipe. It's very easy. I had a piece of pork in the freezer left over from one of those big pork loins that I bought a long time ago. So I just took it out and I defrosted it in the microwave. It's about a 1 pound pork roast. I'm going to make a rub for it, and we're not going to use all the rub, but I make it in this proportion just because this is how I know how to make it. So I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon of chili powder. These are all just rough estimates here. Okay, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, and 4 cloves of garlic. Now, I buy the garlic that's already minced up because it's just such a huge time saver. So that's 4 cloves of garlic is 2 teaspoons of garlic. Okay, that's going to be our rub. And I do mix the wet garlic in with the dry spices because I think that it doesn't really matter anyway. So we're going to set that aside until we're ready to actually rub the pork. The next step is we're going to take 1 onion, peel it and quarter it. And then we're going to place this onion in the bottom of the slow cooker. Now, this meal, I like to make it and instead of serving it in flour tortillas, like a normal carnitas, I like to put it on top of salad. And that way we can have chips on the side if we want, and it's not like we're having too much starch for dinner. Okay, so I quartered the onion. I'm going to put it in the bottom of the slow cooker. And then this recipe calls for the juice of 2 oranges. So we're going to slice it in half. I'll slice them both at once. And then I have a juicer, and since it's going to give me more juice than the normal, I'm just going to put my squeezy thing on top of this mason jar. Okay, let's see how much juice we get out of it. Hopefully it's a lot. Then we're going to pour this juice on top of the egg, or the onions. Okay. Boy, this smells good. And you can save all these rinds for the compost. Okay, let's put these aside. My compost pile. And in the same thing, I'm just going to use it, and we're going to put the juice of 2 limes. Sometimes limes are hit or miss. These ones felt juicy at the store, but you never can tell till you actually juice them. These are pretty juicy. Okay, almost done here with the juice part. Set these aside for the compost. Okay, so we have all of our juice, and we will pour it into the crock pot where we have our quartered onion. That just leaves some moisture for the cooking. Now here's our piece of pork. You can see it's still a little bit frozen, but it doesn't matter because we're going to cook it for like 5 or 6 hours on high. And so that'll be more than enough time to cook it the whole way through. I'm going to mix these around with my fingers, the spice, and I'm just going to rub it on top. I'm going to pat it, turn it over. It's going to fall off, but that's okay because we're just going to put the rest of it in there. Put some more on, and I'm just going to put this right in the crock pot. I mean, that is really it. Then you put this, plug it in and cook it for 5 to 6 hours on high, or you can do it longer on low, like 6 to 8 hours on low while you're at work. And then when you come home, you can have a delicious pork carnitas. Okay, well, I just wanted to show you one more thing. On a hot day, I hate to cook something inside, even in the crock pot, because the whole house ends up smelling like it. And I happen to be cooking this on a Sunday for us to eat tomorrow. So I just brought it outside. One of my neighbors told me he does this all the time, and I thought it's a great idea, so this is my first time cooking it outside. We'll see how it goes. But if you like this video and you'd like to see more cooking videos, please comment below. Thanks a lot. Open the lid after 6 hours of cooking on high, and you can see it really did a lot of cooking in there. There's a lot of brown around the edges, but it's delicious. I used 2 forks and shredded it up, and there's a lot of juice in here. You can see it's pooling down in there. You can feel the steam, see the steam coming off of it. I'm gonna let this sit overnight in the crock pot in the refrigerator, and it's gonna absorb those juices and be really delicious on my salad tomorrow. And what I'll do is I'll slice some iceberg lettuce that we have in the fridge, put some corn, a tomato, a green pepper, some scallions, and I'll dice all that up so it's like a chopped salad. I'll heat the pork back up and put the pork on top, and I'll top it with shredded cheese, sour cream, and salsa. And then I'm going to serve it with a side of tortilla chips. And that will be our Tuesday night dinner. Well, I hope you liked this recipe, and if you'd like to see more cooking, let me know in the comments below. Thanks a lot.